Hello, and another look at Old Crow 40-year-old bottle. Here you go. You can hold it for a second.
Ooh.
All right. A guy named Bobby Futch gave this to me. He gave me two unopened bottles of whiskey, Old Crow and Wild Turkey 101. They're both aged 8 years.
I thought this was 40 years old.
It is. They were aged 8 years before they were ever bottled.
Oh.
Okay?
Woo.
The whiskey was aged in barrels and then bottled. See, it tells you on this okay, now if you buy a whiskey...
I feel like I should be playing a song by Old Crow Medicine Show gently in the background.
If you buy a whiskey that's bonded, see it says bottled in bond, it has to follow the special requirements. And up until 1983, they used to have these stamps showing that a green stamp showing it was bonded. Today they'll have an indication on it, like but it's like a special.
And what year is this from?
Okay, so it says, and you had wanted to try it. It says, made in fall of '69 and bottled in spring of '77. Okay, so they always had to have 2 seasons, or it had to indicate the season, either fall or spring, the year. Okay. They might still. I have to check that old granddad, bonded old granddad that I bought and see if that. But they don't have to have the stamp on it anymore. It's like somewhere on the label. Anyway, this is the old W.A. Gaines Distilling Company. See the show in the distillery there in Kentucky. If you go there today, it's abandoned.
Oh. No.
It's an abandoned site because in 1987, before you were born,
Can you still go look at it?
You'd be trespassing. Before, I saw somebody on Google had made a big photo gallery. They trespassed and took photos.
Oh, that's cool.
In 1987, Jim Beam, the Beam Company, bought this, and they moved all the production to their facility, and they redid Old Crow. Now it's not the same anymore. It's only aged 3 years. It's not up to this level anymore. It's not 100 proof. It's only 80 proof. But I haven't had the new 30-year-old Old Crow yet, so I don't know. I have a bottle in the cabinet. So
oh, I want to do that. That sounds fun.
I've never opened that. Okay.
I should have brought that nice Jameson that I got. We could have done a St. Patrick's Day Jameson.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
So, cheers.
Cheers.
Now,
oh, that was a beautiful sound. Do that again.
Somebody gave me these two snifter glasses.
Very cute.
D'Amore. snifter
Amaretto,
glass.
right?
Yeah, they had a tasting at a place, and they didn't need the glasses, and he said, you can have them. I said, okay, thanks. I was going to buy them, but he said, you can have them. So what color is that? It's like, I was talking about this before, it's like chestnut color or something?
Chestnut, hazelnut. It's kind of changing based on like how the light is hitting it.
Some sort of amber.
In some light it looks yellower, and in other light it looks more amber and honey.
Okay, so this was made 48 years ago, okay? And it was aged 8 years and bottled 40 years ago. Like I say, the old one was 100 proof. This no longer exists. You cannot get this anymore. You can only get the modern 80 proof or the 6-year aged. I think it's 86 proof Old Crow Reserve, which is not sold in Louisiana, sadly. Okay, but we do get Old Crow. I bought a bottle at Dorgnac's for $10.99. But we're drinking something that no longer exists. Okay.
Wow.
See, it's got some alcohol eggs. Remember you asked me what those are?
I thought it meant something real different.
Well, if you drink enough, you'll probably have alcohol legs. You won't be able to walk.
I thought you meant.
Okay, so I've had it twice before. I did a side-by-side with another whiskey, and it just blew the other whiskey out. I mean, there was no competition. It was just like, it wasn't close. With the aroma, I'm getting all kind of wood and vanilla. No, that's right, strong aromas.
It's very strong.
But it's pleasant. It's not strong and unpleasant. It's
I get
just
the
strong.
vanilla too.
Vanilla.
What kind of wood? Be more specific.
I think if it's bottled in bond, it has to be new oak barrels. Never use white oak.
Yeah. There's almost like a floral hint, not like that Hennessy with the jasmine, but just like subtler.
And you can look on the United States Tax and Trade Bureau website, and there's a whole description of what bottled in bond has to be. That's a law that was passed in 1897. Okay. So,
Okay.
anyway. What'd you say? I interrupted you.
Oh no, just like a slight hint of some sort of floral note.
Oh, yeah,
Not
like
as strong
dried
as the
fruit.
Hennessy, like the jasmine or anything.
Yeah, that
oh
was
gosh,
really-
that was so good.
That was a strong fruit.
Where did you find that, by the way?
The Hennessy,
That Hennessy that I liked so much that tasted like jasmine.
that was the VSOP, the Privilege, Hennessy Privilege, the one that started the bottle of. Oh, that was the black.
The Hennessy Black, yeah.
I bought that at International Market. Remember they had that triple pack, that gift pack, and it was very deeply discounted, oddly discounted, but I didn't ask questions.
I wish I would have. Oof.
They still have some over there. They have a whole.
And that gin you got, that was like the best. That gin you. Another really sketchy occurrence that you got that gin you're not supposed to get here.
Yeah, I think there's some kind of. I've seen more and more of that stuff.
Because you keep getting stuff you're not really supposed to get.
Yeah, I think Rouse's bootlegged that in from Mississippi because it is distributed to Mississippi. The
And how much is that
Seagrams-
gin?
It was about $15 for the regular
That's
size
not
bottle.
horrible for gin that good.
It's at Rouse's on Power Boulevard.
I would treat myself to that. And the Hennessy Black.
Yeah, you got your birthday money, so time to do some shopping.
Time to get some gas in my car.
That's what you, okay.
No, everyone's like, you can't use your birthday money for stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's true. I'm not going to.
I do that kind of stuff. Hey, but
I have some ideas.
that's,
I want to try the Rougarou Pecan rum. Have you ever seen that around?
No, but I think Dornax has it.
Dornax has everything.
But Rouse's on Power Boulevard, right off I-10, has the Seagram's Distillers
This is-
Reserve.
I tasted it. I'm sorry. I couldn't wait anymore.
Okay.
It tastes like wood smoke. Like when you're at a fire and there's like a fire and it's burning.
A guy told me I would have paid you $300 for that bottle. I said, well, he didn't give it to me to sell. He could have sold it. And besides that, I figured why not just drink it?
Enjoy it.
So what do you think? It's pretty good?
This is incredible.
Better than the whiskeys you buy? Like what brand do you buy?
I usually only buy Jameson,
Oh.
really, because
From Ireland.
that's just what I know. You know, I don't really branch out that much. I just got that triple cask or the triple box with the different Jamesons,
Yeah, and
which I'll show you later.
And
What's in
Jameson's
it.
more than $10.99 for us. This is a bottle this size, right? It's about
Yeah,
$20, right?
it's about $30 for a bottle of Jameson. So that'll last me like a year.
I should go to Walmart. I saw it for much cheaper than that.
It might have been 25 or 23.
Because
I forget.
Walmart has 3 varieties of it.
Well, I get it at Winn-Dixie.
Well, they're higher.
I got it on sale this last Christmas. So basically, like, I'll get a bottle of Jameson. It'll last me a year or so.
Yeah.
Maybe less. So I don't really get whiskey that often, but I want to branch out
And
a
this,
little.
this holds up to Jameson, you find?
It does. I mean, it's a different sort of taste. Like, Jameson doesn't have this, like, burnt kind of, like, smokiness, which is really nice. I really like it. I mean, it's totally different. Like, at this point, I can't even think of Jameson. Like, I don't even know. This
I've
is
never
so
had
good.
Jameson. I know our priest drinks it.
See, Justin doesn't like Jameson, but one of the ones we got, it's like a black label Jameson, and we had it on, just drank it on its own, and it's really good.
Yeah, there's a wide variety of
But I mean, this is like,
of that.
this is like nothing I've tasted before.
Right.
I'd like to go to a whiskey tasting, so I don't have to like try to buy bottles or buy expensive stuff at a bar. So I could just
Mathern's
like.
had that. Mathern's had that.
I think the Rum House is having one.
They had
or
one that
might
was
have
like,
already had one.
Mathern's had one that was like $50, and then you got food, a meal, and they got to taste all these different whiskeys.
Oh, that sounds like so nice. We should go to something like that sometime, like a little
Yeah.
whiskey tasting or a beer tasting event where they pair the beer with the food.
Yeah,
that'd
we
be,
could do that.
That'd be real nice.
So I'm giving this a high score. I mean, this is like.
Oh, are we scoring it?
I don't ever score whiskey or wine, but I'm just saying if I was scoring it, the score would be very high, you know. I don't have a lot of experience with hard liquor. So,
Mm-hmm.
and people say, oh, you like everything. I like most everything.
You're generous.
I tend to like most everything,
Okay.
but I've had so many, you know, when you've been in the gutter with some of the really bad ones, then you appreciate stuff that's just ordinary.
I wish I could think. What is the brand? Justin will get a lot of like rye whiskey to make like old fashions with.
Sazerac,
And Sazerac. Yeah, it might be
because
Sazerac.
they have a famous rye, Sazerac rye.
He does like to get that. I think in Alabama we had to get something different.
And that's like $23
He
a
was
bottle.
salty about it. But this, I mean, I don't do.
There's a number of rye.
I usually mix whiskey with stuff. I don't usually drink it on its own. I like it with bitters or with orange or like whiskey with ginger ale and lime is like my go-to. But something like this, I mean, I would never.
I'm more of a straight person, just because I'm doing the reviews and I want to taste the actual flavor.
Well, right, you're doing the reviews. I'm saying if I'm just like.
Yeah, and I was telling somebody that the other night. I said she usually likes to do the mixed drinks, and she's kind of a. Now, if you get, excuse me, if you get on the website for these, like this company's website, which is Beam Suntory.
I'm sure they have recipes.
There's all kind of mixed drink ideas and food pairings and everything. I mean,
Yeah.
they go extensive. They're so extensive. But anyway, you know,
But there's also like I don't sip stuff well. Like I'm kind of a fast drinker. Like I'm constantly chugging water and everything. So really, when I have to drink something slow, I'm kind of like I need something else there to be actually like drinking. Like I need some ice water, and then I can sip on this.
Right. So this is from.
Or like gin. I don't really drink on its own, except for that gin that we tried. I would drink that.
Oh, the
straight.
Seagram's Distillers
Yes.
Reserve. So this is Old Crow, the first sour mash whiskey that we're aware of. The man, Dr. James Crow, he invented this, and and this is from Frankfort, Kentucky, the capital.
I'm sure people were making it for a while before it was officially bottled.
It was named after Dr. James Crow, and what I'm saying is, it seems that he invented the sour mash process, but it could have been a case where he was just the first person we know of to use the sour mash process. And you can read about that. That's a method that's used. But anyway, straight bourbon whiskey. So you like it, right? You would recommend somebody try this bottle?
Yes, although it might be a little hard to
You can't go out
fulfill
and buy
that.
it. You can buy it online, but get ready to pay a lot.
Bring you $10 for a sip.
So anyway, thank you for watching this. The only reason we did this video is you said you wanted to try
I wanted to try it. I don't even think. I mean, I feel like. No, I have. I've had Old Crow, but I don't remember it. Like I don't.
And you weren't thinking
remember
about
being
it.
memorable. No.
Because it's a common brand, and
Yeah, it's not something I go out of my way. Like, oh, I'm gonna try Old Crow. Like,
right, all stores sell it.
get my Jameson.
So I noticed an underlying spiciness with this also, some pepper notes, definitely, and wintergreen. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Astute.
So thank you for watching this video production, and I've got a lot left, so I'm going to do some taste challenges with this.
Don't rush through it.
No, I'm not going to rush. And I'm excited to do the Old Crow 1977 versus Old Crow 1987 recipes. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching this video production. We're enjoying the beautiful weather.
We are.
The winter is finally starting to relent after its counterattack.